Who's in the chat ski? What's going on? Hold on. Just getting the link up. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Say what's up. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, buddy. Reveal yourself. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? What's up? It's Conor Holway. Hope you're doing all right. I'm just getting the link up right now. I have butchered this a gazillion times. I'm not trying to butcher it again. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. Bam. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. Who's in the chat? What's up, guys? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? I'm just getting the link up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. We're going to do a Q&A tonight. Who's here? Drop me a comment in the text box. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Got the post up on LinkedIn. What's going on? Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? I just sent the link to my buddy Sean. I just sent the link to my buddy Gavin. The stream is live. The stream is live. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Tuning in. Tuning in. Tuning in. Going live. Going live. Going live. Going live. We're getting it up. Who's here? What's up, guys? It's Conor Holway. How you guys doing? I'm just waiting to get the link out. And we're going to go live here and just want to talk to you guys, introduce myself. I'm actually a nice guy in real life. Depends on who you ask, but I'm actually not always 6'7", 220, I'm the man. Not always like that. I'm actually just a real guy, a hustler. A hustler, buddy, a hustler. A hustler. We got 7 of you guys in here. What's up? It's Conor Holway. How you doing? Some people online have been calling me Chad Goggins or King or Big Handsome or Big Dolphin or Big Whale or Big Armadillo. Some people call me those things. You got to meet those people. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get the link up and then we're going to engage. I do need you guys to drop some comments though, because I'm not just going to be talking to the screen all day. You guys got to drop some comments. There's 7 of you guys in here. Let's talk, man. I want to know where you guys are watching from. I want to know where you guys are at in your lives. I'll tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing over here, where I come from. I made a movie out here, a little mini movie that we're still waiting to drop. And all the King content, let's call it, is actually panning out pretty nicely for us because we're going to kind of use all the momentum that we've been garnering online to help drop this film that we made. That's what's going on. But let me just get this link out, all right? Let me get this link out. Pop in, leave a comment, say what's up. It's 8 of you guys in here. Let's get it. 8's more than 0, buddy. 8's more than 7. Joe, bro. What up, buddy? Fipsy Winkler. Fipsy Winkler. What a name. Where you calling in from, bro? I'm currently in Los Angeles, California. You guys want to see? LA, baby. The snake pit. The snake pit. Here we are in LA. Where you calling in from? Tell me. That's been kind of the coolest thing about this entire last month is I've been putting up stuff online for 10 years. Probably 10 years. It has been 10 years. And seeing where people have been watching all the videos has been awesome. One dude hit me up, said he was in Africa. Been getting people sending us stuff from India. One dude was in Taiwan. One dude was in Boston. One dude was in LA. One dude was in Little Rock, Arkansas. That has been the coolest thing. So yeah, tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm just going to send this link out one more time, then we'll get down to business here. Then we'll get down to business, buddy. We'll start talking. I got some announcements for you guys on this stream. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our movie. because we have a real movie that's done, ready to go. You're not really from Little Rock. Don't cap now. I've been down to Little Rock. I've been down there, Tressa. If you're a dude or a woman, I do not know, but I have been to Little Rock. Got a couple girlfriends down there. Tell them to ask about me, man. Tell them to ask about Our Shirt. They know what's up. There's 15 you guys in here now. That's like a record for us. No. Are you really in Little Rock? Wow, okay. I ran the Little Rock Marathon in 2021. I thought it was a phenomenal race. Everyone popped out. I also hiked, is it Pinnacle Mountain? I hiked Pinnacle Mountain as well, and I was pleasantly surprised at how nice Arkansas was. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I was like, dude, when you hear Arkansas, you think like you about to be in like the deep south, like swamps and like fucking, excuse my language, slums. It was not like that whatsoever. It was so clean. People were nice. People were pumped to be there for the race. And I really enjoyed my time in Arkansas. I also went to you dig for crystals. All right, this has sounded insane. But yeah, no, I love Little Rock. We got 16 of you guys in here. Come say what's up. There's a bulldog at this door that's barking to get out. I might bring him into the live. We'll see. Where are you guys calling from? Fipsy, where are you calling from tonight? Honestly, before I start kind of answering some questions here, I'll give you guys a little background of who I am. Yeah, I have been to Hot Springs, of who I am. Because all you guys have been seeing me videos being like, what's up? 6'7", 270, I'm the man. Here's my Camry. So I hope everyone knows by now. These are just skits. All right, this dog is flipping out. Hold on. There's a bulldog here. You guys think I'm lying? I'm not. You want to come out? Come on. You can get in the live. We'll keep it open. I don't care. All right, guys. Okay. So, my name is Conor Holway. This page has been around for like probably 10 years, 8 years. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, okay? I'm currently in Los Angeles. I've been out here for about 3 years. I have really been hustling for almost 10 years. Kerry, what's up, shorty? How are you, Kerry? I'm giving my life story real quick so you guys can know I'm a real human and not just like pissed off all the time. We're just trying to make you guys laugh. Thank you, Lloyd. Welcome, Lloyd. Where are you calling in from tonight, Lloyd? So anyway, long story short, I've been hustling for like almost 10 years, over 10 years. I've done a bunch of different stuff under this brand, Golden Deer Productions. So I was a hustler in my city for a very long time. My goal was to always make a movie in Boston. Like my childhood goal was, how do I make a movie in the city I'm from? It took me about 4 years, but I did make a movie in Boston called Apple Cinema. What's up, Carrie? Welcome back, Ma. We made a movie in our city in 2021, and that was like my dream forever. Like, yo, how do we do this? We did it. We premiered it in this huge theater in Boston. And look, I'm giving you guys a highlight reel version. There's a lot of pain involved in this entire story. I've lived the whole life cycle of entrepreneurship. I know I'm only 29, but I've been at this for a long time. So I've been up, down, left, right. Anyway, so we made this movie, and then I was like, fuck, I got to set a bigger goal. So about 3 years ago, I drove across the country from Boston to LA to make a bigger movie called Conrad the Last Defender. It's a dragons movie. So the guy you're looking at, coincidentally, actually fought a dragon in a movie. I did. We have not released it yet. We ended up raising a bunch of money, and like just off the hustle, I was just calling people up trying to pull this project together. And we throw events in Los Angeles called the Snake Pit. Just a baby on 46. So we threw a bunch of parties to raise this money. I still throw events out here. And we made the project. We premiered it in a castle. We went to Comic-Con. And now we're still sitting on the project and we haven't released it yet. So we've tried to develop a bigger project over the past year or so. It hasn't really panned out the way we thought it would, but we still have this little mini project that we plan on releasing. This is like totally adjacent to all the skits. I've been at this for a wicked long time. I mean, at 10 years, you guys can go back, look up Conor Holway. There is tons of stuff that I've done. And I cannot believe this is what took off. but you guys seem to love the videos, and we love doing them. So we're just gonna keep it all going. I'm happy to be on camera every day with my shirt off flexing. I'll do it the rest of my life if you want. I just got to make sure I stay in Irish Hercules shape. Um, that's like kind of a highlight reel version. Again, I'm from Boston, currently in LA. I go back and forth a lot. I'll throw events in Boston too. I never been like big online. Like I've never been big online before this. Locally in our city and also in LA, I do know a lot of people because I throw events, and I've made some pretty cool projects. And like at some point I'm going to run for mayor of Boston. Like that's another big life goal of mine, but never been big online. So it's a totally new chapter for me. And it's been fun, dude. It's been sick. So that's kind of my story so far. I do want to just like meet you guys, see what's going on. There's 28 of you guys in here right now. Kerry, remind me where you're calling from. Bormski. Bormski Squared, 6'8". He's the king of these shorts. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, that one video. So I don't know if you guys saw that one huge video that I don't know what it's at on YouTube now. It's got to be like 10 million plus. On Instagram, it's almost at 30 million. And dude, we had a couple other videos that were kind of moving, the running videos. And then I put that one up being like, this has got to be the stupidest video I've ever made. I'm not even kidding. And it just went to space. And then we've just tried to pour on the gasoline since then with the videos. And you guys seem to like it. We got so many ideas to like keep being creative about these things. We don't want it to get stale. We want to keep giving you guys new stuff. And I have like, I'm sitting on like 200, not all running videos, but I say 200 reels right now. We have ready to go. And we got a bunch of crazy ideas. So Fraser Valley 604. Oh, right, you're in British Columbia. I've been up to Van City. I've been up there before. So we got Arkansas here. We got Van City. Bormski, where are you from? And so hilarious your dad left you. Yo, so we have, this is just the truth. We have 4 videos right now that are from the runner's perspective. Like it's inside my guy's brain. And we have like this super messed up backstory for him. It's kind of dark humor. I really want to put them up. I think it's going to be a little much for some of you guys, but we wanted to just be like, what is this dude running from? Mass here. Kevin McQuaid, what's up, buddy? Wearing masks, man. Where are you from? I'm from Cambridge and Lincoln. You know, out here you'll say Boston, right? But I spent all my time growing up Cambridge and Lincoln. And have you been to any of our events in Boston? Keep going. We got to keep grinding, shorty. We got to keep grinding. Got to keep grinding. Hustle never ends, right? I have a whole newfound respect for Kai Cenat for being able to do these streams and just keep talking for like 3 hours. But a little more about me. I love the grind. I love the hustle. Like I'm really just like a hustler at heart. My biggest goal in life, it's been my goal since I was 16, is to be the leading man of a Marvel movie. I think we're gonna get there. Real talk, I think we're gonna get there. I just gotta keep going. Bro, you are a YouTuber. As of recent, yeah, the last 2 months I have been. But I have a whole new life. I have a whole life before this whole YouTube phase. Behind you all the way, that's for damn sure. Thank you, Kerry. I appreciate it. Yeah, Marvel's the goal, baby. Marvel is the goal. I just couldn't think of a bigger goal in my head. Like, yo, what can you strive for in entertainment that's bigger than that? You'll see when we put the movie out, I actually have to go take on a dragon in a movie. We have that ready to go. We just got to drop it. Leo Corrupto, where are you from, buddy? Where are you calling in from? Kev, where are you calling in from? What are you guys up to tonight? What's been going on? Fipsy, where are you from? I want to talk to you guys. In the meantime, let's have a little fun here. San Francisco. Love it. I've been up to San Fran. That place is insane. Am I allowed to swear on the live? Do you guys know? Do you guys know if I can swear in here? Let me get a little photo up. What should I put up? I did a big hike the other day. You guys want me to put that up? I can put up a shirtless photo of myself. This is going to be like crazy egotistical. Nah, this is insane. This is the most selfish thing I've ever done. Look at that man. He's ripped. That guy is jacked. Look at that. How tall do you guys think I am in real life? If someone guesses right, I'll sub back. I'll give you guys a follow. Look at that. Should I start doing a workout plan for you guys? That man's got a six-pack. Pervin that pick. Thank you, Carrie. I can tell you got a little crush on me. I can tell. You need to run. No, you need to run. Trust a lie. You think I'm 5'8"? You think I'm 5'8"? Okay, that's an interesting guess. 6'9", goat. Okay, I am not 6'9", but thank you for the guess. I will sub back. I'll follow you back on IG. You're just gonna have to send me a message. Say, hey, bro, I got this right in the live. I'll give you a follow back. I am not 5'8". I am not 6'9". I'm actually kind of tall. It's kind of dope. Look at that though. Carrie, you got it right. I am 6'3". Shoot me a message on Instagram. My IG is Conor Holway. I know how tall you are, fool. Be quiet, goat. All right, let's change the pick up here. Let's have a little fun. Let's go find something from Boston, huh? Should I find something from my Boston event? I'll find something for you guys. How about I put a picture of me and my dad at our Boston event? There's me and my father and his friend Tommy Clinton. Hey, yo, Imani, what up, daddy? How you doing, buddy? I missed you, man. Yes, sirski. Guys, that's my boy, Imani. Go give Imani a follow. Imani, I was giving my life story. I was telling him I've been at this for 10 years. Imani is my buddy from Boston. He's actually from Stoughton, Mass. And him and I have kind of hustled together out here and in Boston. And I think very highly of his perseverance. Bro never quits. Go give him a follow. Go give Free World a follow. Yo, I kind of got this live thing down. Look how handsome. Look, I am 6'3". You see that? That's a strong, masculine man right there. That's a built male. That guy is handsome. Sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, damn, when did I get so sexy? Real talk, though. I was beat for a long time. I was beat, like, no bullshit. I was ugly until I think I was 26. I'm 29 now. The last 3 years, bro, I've been smoking. 6'7", 245. Real talk, I'm 6'3", 210, but I am pure muscle. Thank you, Kerry. Unlike some of these other content creators, I love all the attention from the baddies. Keep it coming. We love it. Oh, my God. Is that Jose? Jose, what's up, daddy? Jose, you got to follow my boy Free World over here, Imani. You're both content creators. You both have Boston ties. This guy, Jose, is hilarious. He has some of the worst Drake takes of anyone I've ever met. But no matter what, we still ride with the 6 God. This dude said For All the Dogs was a 6. That was so disrespectful. And you eat Chipotle for breakfast. No, but I do sometimes eat Chipotle 2 or 3 times a day. That's a factoid. That is a factoid, brethren. Okay? You want to switch up the picks? Yeah, no, I'm not lying, Jose. Come on now, daddy. You know the truth. What was For All the Dogs? Tell the people. We're talking about the Drake album. All right, let me find another photo for you guys. Let me find something kind of humble, okay? All right, this is a little more humble. How's that? Come on, that's a big man. That's a broad man. Hey, MCAS daddy, what's up, money? That's a big boy right there. That boy been eating his kind protein granola and his Greek yogurt. Beefed up. Okay. So look, let's evaluate the physique. That biceps cupping nicely. Look at the striations in the shoulder, right? And it connects with the trap. That guy's looking like a Game of Thrones villain. Okay, but that's about 20 pounds ago. Hey, what up, Tran, my boy? Show them you in those high school skits. You talking about the Coach Connie's? That was college, brother. We've been at this a long time, daddy. A long time. Where's everyone calling in from? Tran, where are you at? MCAS, where are you at tonight? We got the live lit. I want to know what's going on with Jose, too, down in Miami. For All the Dogs is an 8. Okay, we got any Drake fans in the chat? Comment your top Drake album that is not Take Care in the chat. Let's talk about Drake. I'll talk about that forever. All right, you're from Van City. Van City All-Stars. I've been up to Vancouver. I biked around those islands actually once because I took a cruise to Alaska from Vancouver with my mother. So shout out to Van City. Kerry's up there in BC too, right? Vancouver. Yeah, that's on the east side. All right, we'll change up the picks. No more egotistical shit. Let's put something a little more wholesome up there. Jose, I'm trying to talk to you, bro. I haven't talked to you in a minute. Let me find something good about my life here. What's some cool stuff that you guys would be into? I got so many. I got a lot of stuff I can't share. Hold on. Let me find something about my life here. Just add it in. Damn, I got a lot of stuff. I'm a little shorty. How's this? Rate this date flick. This was on a first date. How's that dude looking? I love Drake, but I can't name one album. Jay Beal, what's wrong with you? How you guys feeling about this first date flick? You guys think that's a valid look, or you guys think that dude kind of looks like a creep? Like, are we giving that like a 4 out of 10? I feel like if I was to go on a date with that guy, I'd be like, yo, this dude is either like homeless or like he's got motion, but it's not in the middle. 4 out of 10. I don't do first dates, only locked in. Yeah, all right, buddy. What's your screen time, Jose? Nah, what are you doing? You weren't feeling that? That's the country club classic right there. Come on now. Hit Barton. No, that's stupid. That's mad stupid. Terrible. You guys don't like this first date fit? I feel like Shorty was feeling me. She's like, this guy's like humble. You know what I'm saying? Look at that lineup. I'm kind of feeling the vibe. Where was your date? The library. Damn, you guys were not feeling this, huh? You didn't like the flannel? Should I showed up like this? You know what I'm saying? Bro's hitting on the shorties in the self-help section. Big dog. I am the self-help section. You feel me? Bro, Dionysus. What's up, buddy? Dripper drown, man drown. Damn. Hey, you guys are ruthless. All right, let me find another fit. All right? Rate that fit. Rate that white boy classic fit. Okay. I got some stuff here. I got some fits. I got some drip checks. Hold on. Rate that fit. Let me pull something up for you guys. All right. This is from 2019. Okay? This is back in my ugly days. Rate that fit. 2019, 1 to 10, pre-podcast. That's a Boston legend, John Scott. Rate that fit. Gap called, they want their shirt back. Damn, you guys are not feeling my fits. Rate this fit. I got the Reeboks on. Bro plays Dragons for sure. Oh my God. Look at this. I got my own branded vest. I got the green classics. I got the Reeboks on. I'm fresh off a podcast. I can assure you I had sweat stains. But look at that. Look, can I zoom in? No, that zooms in on me. Look at that fit, okay? Bro, just throw up another shirtless. Pause, Jose. You gotta chill. Amani, I have a whole new respect for streamers. How do they keep it going so long? What up, haircut my boy? Whatever that means. And then you took it down. I was originally going to say 8 out of 10, but now I'm thinking 16.3 out of 20. That's very nice of you, Michael. So you like the fit. I appreciate you appreciating the fit. I used to run a podcast in Boston. Amani knows, Jose knows, and this was after a podcast. What did I miss? Bro eats lobster rolls with mayo in this pic. Okay. Yo, you're meant for the internet, Amani. No bully. No bullying him. We got 30 in the live. Tap in, chat. Look at that. All right, any last thoughts on this fit? And we'll do another fit check. Oh, it's V. What's up, Daddy? John Scott the GOAT, though. Yeah, did he come on your show? Jose? I think he did, right? I think Old Irish Hercules made that play. I'm almost positive. I'm almost positivo. Disney wannabe. You look like a rejected finance guy with that outfit. You know what I'm realizing about the internet? You, people like me on the internet now because they can just rip all over me in all the content. People just love tearing me a new one. It's okay. I'm hiding behind the character. I'm hiding behind the character. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna change the fit. Any last takers on the fit? This one didn't get a big rise. Okay, let's go find it. Hold on. We'll do another fit. Should we do a physique check or a fit check? Should we do a physique check or a fit check, my boy? Let's give it a check checking him. Let's give it a check checking him. What do you guys think? Damn, I got a lot of stuff I cannot put on the live in my photos. Like a lot. All right, here is me and a guy you guys might know. Iceman Album of the Year, end of 2025. Did you give me $10, Jose? That was insanely kind of you. Thank you, bro. You're the man. Jose, get into the bag. Let's get it. Okay. Jose, thanks for the dough, bro. It's the first time I ever made money on a live. You the man. All right, look. How we feeling about this fit? So I'm going to tell everyone in the chat real quick. This guy you see right here, we haven't revealed him yet. But that's the guy whose voice is behind all the skits. That's the guy. That's actually the guy. We're not sure how to reveal him yet in the skits. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be funny if this dude was like just a bum. Like, you know, my character is like obviously the big dog, and then his character is just like a LA bum. But rate that fit. You guys are looking at, I got a Red Sox joint on. We got a maroon turtle kneesy on. Damn, Jose. Yo, Jose's getting to the money down there in Miami. 15 beans, bro. You're the man. Thank you. You know what I'm going to do with that money, bro? No bullshit. Excuse my language. I know I can't swear in live. You know what I'm going to do with that money? I'm going to go buy some Hims pills. You familiar with the Hims pills? What is the turtleneck? Bro, what are you wearing though for real? Like you're in LA. Yo, we all know the turtleneck is the signature snake pit look. You come to a Golden Deer event, you're going to catch Herc wearing the turtle kneesy, bro. Just get a stylist friend. You got the stylist money? Come on now. Jose, thanks for that dough, bro. That was dope. That was a thing I've never had before. So you're the man, bro. Thank you. But yes, maybe I'll get back to the Hims pills. I thought that was just for the events. Bro, this was pre-promo. We shot this for the Boston promo. That was pre-promo. That's the Hotel Ziggy over there on the right. On the left. Can you see it? The Hotel Ziggy. That's Sunset Boulevard. It's where we throw our events. So you guys aren't feeling that. What about those I love you, my son? Yo, you guys need to chill, man. You guys are keeping me in business. Jose, thank you, bro. Everyone go follow Jose. Can I, pin this or something? Everyone go follow Jose. I'm not just saying that because he just dropped a bag on the live, but I met Jose. You know, I'll give him a little, that's what I'll do. One thing I think is hilarious about Jose is that this dude has much of a love for pop culture as I do. He loves pop culture. He loves Drake. And he actually did something with his partners at our Boston movie premiere that really put the icing on the cake. He was doing man on the street content, recording people and interviewing them. And I thought it was one of the nicest touches of the events because the way he approached people was so wholesome. He's like, yo, you guys having a good time tonight? What's going on? And when you look at all the content from the event, it was just a really nice cherry on top. So shout out to Jose. He's the man, bro. Tresala, thank you for the money. You the man. Tresala, thank you. Sending love out to Little Rock, Arkansas. I told you, I've been out there. I got some shorties out there. Don't tell them where I'm at, though. Because I think I went missing. Why? Use Jose Dono for a stylist. Ayo. I can dog an outfit in L.A. They dress like it's 1980. Mr. Martello, are you in L.A.? Because we don't call it L.A. We call it the Snake Pit. Dog, you work at Starbucks. I wish. Thank you, Jose. You're the man, bro. Jose, you got a business. I got a guy that helps people with businesses a million more times money. Well, he's a great guy. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually a good point. Jose, Imani runs a video production company, and you'll like this. Imani, I'm just going to drop it. He actually used to direct all of the content for AMP. So, like, he would do a lot of big AMP videos. Jose's a big streamer, and he's into the world, so he'll understand that. So, humble flex, that's what Imani does. You should give him a follow or go on his Instagram. It's at Imani Pina, and you guys should see what's up. I'm a woman. I know you're a woman. I know you're a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm an alpha male, and I got my T levels checked actually, and they were through the roof, and that made my ego feel good. They were over 1,000 naturally, and the shorty came up to me with the testosterone check, and she was like, "We've never seen anything like this." I was like, "What's going on? Like, am I in trouble?" She's like, "Your levels are astronomically high." I was like, "Lady, I'm high T Herc. Okay, I got a lot of hormones. A lot. I'm all hormones actually. When it comes down to it, I'm all hormones, brother." You guys want to see a cool pic? I'm not to get political here, but this is Robert F. Kennedy. He ran for president. He trained at the same gym as me. So that's RFK. Yo, bro, relax. You work at Subway. Okay, Dom. That hurts. That hurts a lot. T levels are up. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you guys know this guy, RFK? It's High T Herc. High T Herc. He was a very kind guy in the gym. Again, I'm pretty apolitical, but this dude is jacked for his age. He was in amazing shape for his age. I'm so serious. Like, he was doing pull-ups, he was doing leg sled, he would do the neck machine, he would train in jeans, and then this is like a 70-year-old guy was training outside at Gold's with his shirt off. LAMA, okay, where? Hit me up, bro. Are you gonna move out here? You moving out to LA? Nice guy, nice guy. Again, apolitical, but a nice guy. And I'll tell you guys a funny story. Okay, bet, Jose, hit me up. We'll get you to an event. We'll get you in the mix. Do you know where you're moving? What neighborhood yet? I'll tell you guys a quick story. So I'll train at Gold's Gym very early in the morning. I went back to Boston for a little bit. And now that I'm back, I've actually been training mostly in the afternoon. But I did like a 9 to 10 month stretch where I would train very, very early in the morning. And it'd be like 7 a.m., grind hours. Like, dude, I've really lived this LA grind the last 3 years. Like, I've really worked every hour of the day. And it's like 7 in the morning. And, you know, the gym's kind of empty. There's like a nice glistening golden light coming through. And I see RFK. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like RFK. That's like one of the most, like right now, like important people in the country because he was still running for president at the time. I was like, oh my God, like that's amazing. Like I'm training in this gym. RFK Jr.'s here. Arnold Schwarzenegger's here sometimes. I saw Lenny Kravitz in there. I'm like really, like this is like such an important guy. I'm like in this environment and I'm like focused on him, right? And then maybe like 7 milliseconds later, one of the baddest Latina shorties you've ever seen in your life, beautifully proportioned baddie, just walked the other way out the direction. I completely lost focus on bro and just stared at shorty completely. I completely forgot bro existed. That's the power of these shorties, brother, okay? I forgot the potential president of the United States was at the gym. Yeah, you had me at Latina Betty. We might have to swap places. I might have to get down there to Miami. There is no shortage of those out here, Jose. I'll tell you that much, brother. You gotta speak a little Spanish, though. Yo estoy practicando. I would have asked a lot of questions. He's a nice dude. I probably talked to him, I don't know, 5 to 10 times maybe. And I was just like, yeah, you know, like I'm from Boston because, you know, his family was from Boston. And I think he said like he went down the Cape a bunch. And I don't know, there were short conversations. It was never anything crazy, but I mean, there's no shortage of those either. But yeah, he was a nice dude, bro. And he communicated with everybody in the gym. He always had what do they call it, Secret Service there. There was always like one or two Secret Service in the gym, but he was a super kind dude, communicated with everyone. If anyone wanted a picture, he would take it. And then it's this weird thing about the gym, you kind of just get used to these types of people being there. um, but yes, that is a guy I met. That was kind of a lucky one to land on. Okay, let's find what's next. Let's talk about a little moment. Let's talk about. Ooh, I got some stuff from the movie in Boston. How about this? How about this? Look, look at that. That is my movie set in Boston. Peep that. That is a young man named Dimitri Jean. The guy on the right, that is a young man named Conor Holway. There's a boom mic, and we are standing on top of a movie theater in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I'll tell you guys a story about this movie. I said this at the start of the stream, but this was my dream my entire life. It feels like a lifetime ago. And I mean, there's some Boston guys in here now. This was always my dream, bro, was to go make this movie in Boston. And I actually lived out a dream. Like I worked obsessively on it for a very long time, but I actually lived out a real dream. Um, so the story behind this is we shot this on top of a movie theater. The scene is it's my character and he actually goes by Y Try. He's an artist. He's a very good entertainer. I think he's gonna blow up in some capacity, honestly. Um, and essentially these two characters, my character, his name was Coach. His character, what was his name? Adam? His character's name was Adam. They're like, dude, because all this was post-apocalyptic. They're, dude, we got to get out of this theater and we got to go like see what else is out there. I don't want to die in this theater because it's an apocalypse. That was the scene that had happened here, and they were playing golf, and he did a great job acting. But I'll tell you a story about actually getting this movie done. So there was the guy who let me film in this theater a guy, Indian family. He owns a bunch of theaters, and it was during COVID. And I essentially wrote and started to produce this entire film without him signing some sort of paper to let us shoot there. I planned an entire film without having anything on paper that we could actually film in the theater. So I was in a position about a week out from the production being like, I have to go film in this theater. There was a manager there. I check in every day being like, hey, I need this guy to just sign this contract so we can film here the next 2 weeks. He was doing me a favor. But again, we had nothing official. And it was 3 days or something before filming, and they had not signed the papers. So essentially, I had like 20 people showing up to this theater. What up, John Rossi? Welcome. Welcome, the boss. Welcome. I'm in the middle of a classic Boston store here. So we're 3 days out from filming the movie. And I had popped into the theater, and I'd gone to the manager. I'm like, bro, is it cool if we film here? Because we have like 20 people coming, production, cast, over the next 3 weeks to film here. This movie theater is closed because of COVID. Is it fine that we go film here? And essentially, the manager was giving me the runaround, and nothing was set in stone. And so I walked out. At the time, I was driving a Honda Civic. We called it the GP Batmobile. There was a hole in the floorboard. It looked like Fred Flintstone's car. I walked into my Civic outside the theater. It was like in this area over here. And I'm not joking. I sat in my car. What's up? You want to get on stream?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, now your voices. I'm in the middle of a story. We got a lot of people in here. You want to pop in?
How many people are on?
How many we got total over the course of today, guys? I'm in the middle of the story. We got a lot. It's been popping, no bullshit. This is Wasim, guys. All right, that's all you got?
That's all I got.
No, say what's up. All right. That's all you got. Wasim is a aspiring Ryan Serhant. He's trying to sell billion-dollar homes. He's taking little actions every day to get there. All right. So anyway, nice. We've had 200 people total, Wasim.
I'm going to the selfie.
All right, can you let me finish the story?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop on too.
All right, go pop on.
I'm popping on right now.
All right, bro, you interrupted me, bro. I'm in the middle of a crazy come up story. Anyway, you guys want to see Wasim? All right, can you stop distracting me, bro? This,
I'm staying on my balcony.
yes, you are. I'm staying with Wasim, but he does stuff like this. Anyway,
I'm on my side of the balcony.
when you see Wasim, like this dude is built like an igloo. Okay, he's one of the biggest guys you've ever met. Anyway, I walk over from this theater. I hop into my Civic, and I look up to God, and I say, God, Wasim, come on, bro. I can't stand this guy. I'm trying to finish the story. These guys are ridiculous. I hate this guy, man. So, bro, just leave me alone, dude. So, I look up to God and I say, God, I've never asked you for much, but if you let me film in this theater, I will document my come up until I become a Marvel movie star. I'm not kidding. I was in my Civic and I said that. I looked up to God and I was like, if you do this for me and you let me film this here, I promise I will be openly honest about my come up until I become a Marvel movie star. And again, I have delusional goals. And it must have been less than an hour later, I get a call back, hey, bro, you're good to film in the theater. And so that was one of the first times ever I was like, yo, there's got to be a God. And since then, not to be super religious, how can we honestly not all agree that there's got to be a higher power? Don't you guys have times in your lives where you feel like something is guiding you or something is pushing you in the direction? Everyone feels that way. But that's the truth. That is what happened. And then we ended up filming the movie and we premiered it in, Wasim was actually there. We premiered it in the biggest theater in Boston and it was like my dream. That was like my first dream. And I felt like being in a dream. That was the first time that it ever happened. When I saw everyone at the premiere and I was looking at the screen, I was thinking about all the work I put in to get there. I actually was like, wow, you can actually live out your dreams in real life. But yes, that's the truth. Thank you, Carrie. WJ man. Yep, V, you were there. What a crazy night, right? Of course, all the time I pray. Shout out to the J man. JC, right? Big JC. Now, I want to hear in the chat here, Wasim can gladly do it too if you'd like. Tell me some of your goals. Like, what are your guys' goals? That's really what I love the most out of life is like, all right, how do you hit a goal? Like, how do you go get to a goal? What are the little actions you got to do and the little disciplines you got to do to go reach something big? It's like, I think one of the coolest things about life. That's why I love entrepreneurs. I love endurance sports. It's because, like, you got to do all these little micro actions to go achieve something big. I'm going to change up the flick, though. Tell me in the chat the goals. Your goals, your goals. All right, we can do a little fit check. You guys want to do a fit check? We can do a little fit check. I don't mind doing a little fit check. Dude, I got so much stuff in here I can't even show. Hold on. Hold on. Dude, I got mad stuff. Hold on. Let's find some stuff for you guys. How about some stuff from the snake pit? What do you guys think about that? From one of our events in LA. Here's a photo. Oh, am I going to be in it? Here's a photo from the snake pit with some beautiful blonde women. Look at that. Holmes McFly. What's up, buddy? Homies McFly. Tell us stories that make the world a better place, brother. I agree. Of course, I pray all the time. Networking. Retire my mom. I like that. Amani, that's a great goal. Retire your mom. She's held it down for a while. That's me with some blonde baddies. The snake pit, right? Come on now. So yeah, if you guys have been to any of our events in LA, we throw events mostly on Sunset Boulevard. It's called the Snake Pit. In a professional setting, we call them networking events, but they're really just parties. I haven't done one since May, but we've probably done, I don't want to be misquoted on this, but over 60, 70 events in LA. I'm a real hustler. I'm not a faker about it. I'm really a hustler. You deserve nothing but the best in life. I agree, Carrie. I think everyone deserves the best. But I do think and this differs from most people. I do think we're all here to try to grow as much as we can. I think that's like your purpose on this planet is like how do you grow as much as you can. Um, V, what's your big goal? Tell me your big goal. Jose, if you're here, tell me your big goal. Homies McFly, tell me your big goal, bro. What are you guys after, man? What do you guys want? Everyone wants stuff. John Rossi, what do you want? What do you guys want? Everyone wants stuff in life. That's not a bad thing. That's why we're here. We're here to go get stuff and try stuff and experience stuff. Strive for growth and evolution. I think that's a great goal. I think that's an amazing goal. How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna like take little steps to get there? I still have a lot. I got a lot I gotta do. I'll be honest. These skits have been really nice because Amani will tell you, I've just been a savage producer for the last like 7, 8 years. But I initially started doing all that stuff so I could act in my own stuff. This is like the first time in a long time where I can just like create and act and just try to be funny. And I do think it's a message from God that the early ones just worked. That the universe was like, yeah, dude, we need you to be crazy on camera. Run my own company. I love it. I love it. I love it. What type of company, V? Sell my house, buy 10 plus acres, build myself a big shop house, have some cows and chickens. Nice. Where are you going to do it, homies? No, the boss. I know you. I told you I wasn't going to respond to you until you told us where you're from. You gotta do that for us. Hotel company. I like it. I like it. Louisiana. I have been to Louisiana. I have been to Baton Rouge and I've been to New Orleans. Where in Louisiana are you from, dude? What is your 40 time? I'm not very fast. Um, I don't know. I'd probably say high fours, but I can go a long time. Pause. I can go a very, very long time. Discipline for me, but when I have passion, there's no stopping me. You got to lock in, right? That's what discipline is. That's what discipline is. I consider myself a pretty disciplined person. What I've realized is it's a lot it's a lot easier to be disciplined when it's so cliche, but when you have a routine. All right, I gotta wake up, do this, this, this. Boom. I gotta wake up, do this, this, this. I'll tell you guys, my first 2 years in LA, it was very hard to stay disciplined because I was not used to all the distractions. There was just so much going on, and I felt like I wasn't really moving anything forward. Got to post every day, better and better, and God will do the rest. Google Docs and Notion, other details. I like it. That's the truth, Amani. That's been your big thing for a while. Amani is right now typing, but he has an incredibly charismatic personality, and he's built to do this kind of content. Um, no one understands streaming better than him. Amani, you know what I was thinking, dude? We've talked about this, but you've been so ahead of the curve on music. I was like, dude, you knew of Cash Cobain before anyone. You knew Comethazine before anyone, but you know who you really knew is Dijon. And now that dude's blowing up. Why you mad at me? You gotta tell us where you're from, buddy. Tell us where you're from, man. Tell us where you're from, man. Yeah, so this is me with some blonde baddies at one of my events. It was a pool party at the Hotel Z. I'd like to do another pool party soon. Maybe I'll do one before the end of the summer. Always too ahead for my own good. And facts though, Amani follows you running to record your skit. What? The trenches. Hey, Jose, that's gonna be you in a couple months, bro. That's you. Okay, you're in San Diego. Respect. You know I was down there. We jumped off a little cliff down there. I'll give you a little yup. That's what you wanted. You got it. But don't look. It's a slippery slope with the chat asking you to do things and doing it. I was doing TikTok lives and they were asking me to take off my pants within like 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. One dude told me to shake my cakes. It's not a joke. The gay men have been riding for us. I appreciate it. But you guys, I'm not going to be doing no pole dances anytime soon. I'm a straight man from Cambridge/Lincoln, Massachusetts. Okay? I won't be doing any of that. Won't be catching me down at Rocco's in the drag suit. Not me. LOL. Pause. All right. Have you seen Room 40 House? No, I'm actually unfamiliar with what that is. Hold on. Let's switch up the flicks. Let's switch up the flicks. How about Comic-Con? You guys want to see Comic-Con? It's kind of a savage pick. Oh, you can only see Gavin. That's my co-producer, Gavin. He's the real brains behind the operation. I just like talking to people. He doesn't. He's a beast. But yes, we were at Comic-Con. Hold on. Let me get a better pick for you guys because Hold on, hold on. Yeah, this is legit. Oh, big sexy at Comic Con. Come on now. I was there when you jumped at La Jolla, San Diego. Were you, bro? Were you actually there? Room for these nuts. That was quite creative. Thank you. All right, who wants a Comic Con story? I need like 5 yeses in the chat, and I'll give you guys a funny Comic Con story. I don't really have a. I have kind of a good story. You look like an MMA fighter. Thank you. This was last year. We were there for a project with a company called Storyverse. We were there for Conrad the Last Defender. This is cool, bro. This is like real entourage stuff. Like this was really cool. All right, you don't want to hear it, V? No problem, V. V, I miss you, buddy. What's been going on with you, man? I miss you, man. Dionysus. Yeah, I was there. I said, okay, I don't think this is true. I think you're just capping. I think you're capping, buddy. You're capping. Because I feel like we didn't like exchange contacts with anyone over there. But yes, this is Comic Con San Diego last year. We were there. That was like the first time I felt like I was really like in the movie industry. Like I was like really in the mix. All right, I'm not gonna wait for you guys to say this. I'll just give you a story. So I have two partners on the film. It's the co-producer Gavin Anderson, who you just saw, and then my close friend Killian. We throw all the events together. We haven't done one in some time, and we made the movie together. I'm really like, I'm not gonna tell an half street story. Um, you don't want me to tell that. Um, we hustle together out here, and Killian wrote it. Gavin produced it, did a lot of logistical production. I produced it by pulling all the pieces together, and then I also am like the spokesperson, salesman for it. And we showed up collectively to Comic Con. I don't want to be misquoted on this, but we showed up collectively with me, Gavin, Killian. We're on a panel at Comic Con, guys. This, in terms of like an industry look, is like the coolest look ever, right? And we're talking to a very empty room. And then on the way out of there, it was either the way out of there or way in there. Me, Killian, and Gavin discussed our net worths, and collectively we had like $180 between the three of us. That's it. We were so broke, bro. And it was such a weird feeling where I'm having this like insane industry look. Like it's a project I made, I birthed. I'm talking about at Comic-Con, like the biggest way you could like launch or talk about something, and I had $180. And it was just a very, very like weird life experience because I had this like crazy career high, but then I literally had no money. I remember I went to a Chipotle in San Diego, and I was like, I pray to God my card doesn't bounce right now because I want to make sure I eat before the panel. But yes, that happened last year. That was real talk. We've had a lot of moments like that. Um, Dude, pulling the movie together was brutal. It was brutally, brutally hard. Just like ups and downs and lefts and rights and money and no money and all that. Do you like, this is going to be a setup. This is going to be a setup for something. Do you like E10? Do you like E10? I'm unfamiliar. It's going to be like E10 these nuts. Oh, that's what it's going to be, right? Eating these nuts. Hold on. Let me find another photo for you guys. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? I got some snake pit photos. I'll tell another story. I got a little steam left in me. I love telling stories. Man. Let me find something for you guys. No, that's some stuff I don't want to share because that's a lot. Damn, I got a lot of pictures of my ex-shorty in here. I got a lot. Hold on. Oh, we can talk about this. No, I don't want to talk about that. It's a little sensitive. Subject. All right, give me a sec here. I'm going to find something for you guys. Find a good story. Oh, here, I'll talk about this because she does this for a living. So here's another party. What? Jose, you're gonna like this. This young woman is named Jordan. Tell the one about Wasim. You watching this, bro? Wasim knows her. I'm a fan of Jordan. She is actually a TMZ reporter. So she goes, does man on the street stuff. You'll see a lot of her stuff. She'll be like, ASAP Rocky, what are you wearing today? I thought that when she came to our party, I was like, wow, I'm like really throwing events in LA. I got like these TMZ people come to our events. Make her run with you and do slow mo. Okay, that's a lot. I don't know if we're gonna do that. But I always thought that was like a cool entourage kind of thing. I was like, oh, this TMZ shorty is at our event, and like I'm really out here in LA, like throwing parties amongst like the entertainment industry. I thought that was cool. This is at the Hotel Ziggy. It's where we did a lot of our events last year before, but the management changed. I haven't done much stuff over there. We did Halloween over there. We'll definitely do Halloween again this year. It's always a big weekend. Slapstick Samantha. Okay. Wasim, thank you. That's quite mature of you. Cocaine and stuff. Okay. It's getting out of hand in the chat. It's getting out of hand in the chat. Okay. Let's find some other stuff. You guys want to see a crazy hairline photo? How about this? What's going on? That boy looks like a supervillain right there. This was a photo taken by my ex shorty, who I still kind of love dearly. This is at the Montecito Hot Springs. Bomb bags from Baghdad. Okay, chat Walden. All right, Wasim. All right. Yeah, he's already been on the chat. This guy Wasim said he doesn't want to be on the chat. Now he's obsessed with it. I see myself. Thank you. You guys want to see the dog? Pennywise got buff. Like Pennywise the clown. Thank you. Rate that physique 1 to 10. 1 to 10. You guys, what are you guys giving that? Like a 7? Because I'm like, wait, no, I do a little strong as well. I'm giving that like 8.8. Big Juices Jessica. Okay. It's getting out of 10. 10. Jose, what's going on with you, bro? You moving to West Hollywood for a reason or what, bro? Because you've been saying a lot of sus work. Ever since you flipped me that money, you've been expecting something, huh? Don't cap. 4. We're giving that a 4. What else we got? We're going on an hour, Wasim. I do this shit all night, boy. I do it all night, daddy. Come on, man. 6, not Valley. Where you from, bro? Where you from, my boy? You're going to give it a 1. Thank you, King of San Diego. Broke the scale. Okay. This guy is off the loud pack. All right, I'm going to go back. Ooh. Know where we're at? We're at the castle. Wasim was at the castle. We did our movie premiere at a castle in Agora Hills in April of 2024. This was my LA dream, was to do this. Here, take a look. The photos are sick. Hold on. The photos were sick. Where is it? Is it too late? The photos were sick. Buddy. That's May. All right, let's go to April. Hold on. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer, man. Yeah, I'm getting close. There we go. Dude, there's a lot of fucking... Alright, now I'm too far back. Let me find the castle, dude. Shay J. Let's see if I can find us a nice photo, guys. Oh, look. Who's that? Who's that happy little fella right there? That's what you wanted, huh? That's what you wanted, Daddy. That's what I see him, guys. Look at him on the right. After this, he went to Cantus Deli and got a roast beef sandwich. Yeah, a little bite. Yeah, you don't like that. You've been chirping me all night. Juice Jug Joyce, Sacramento, the boss. Damn. Trisha Tatas, my boy. You see chill lately. All right, so this is the young man who has been incredibly gracious to let me stay with him the past few weeks. This was at one of our screenings in the Hotel Ziggy. Um, Yo, don't tell Jenna I said this, but she cute as hell, bro. She looked great. Um, we did a screening for our movie. So we did our first thing. We did this big launch at a castle, and then we did a bunch of smaller screenings on Sunset. Gavin and Killian hated me during this time because I was like, yo, we got to do one every single weekend. Like, we got to keep the momentum going. We did it for like 9 weeks straight, and they're like, bro, I'm exhausted. Yeah, that's Connor to take out his hat. This guy's a little bit. Yo, maybe you should start a stream, Wasim. What do you think? So anyway, that we were doing these smaller screenings, but the big dog screening, the big G screening, was at the castle. Here's the castle. Boom, brother. That was the screening. Sick, so sick. Timu Conor Holway. I don't even know what that means, dude. Who is the bot? Who is that? Wasim. Who is that?
What?
Who's the boss?
What?
Is that someone you know?
What?
There's a guy in this chat named the Bouse.
Who?
Look, it says the Bouse 7. Is that like Barker or something? I don't either. Man, a lot went down that night. Yeah, a lot did. A lot did. He ain't capping. But it was a crazy night. Don't act like you know me. This guy on scene is ridiculous. This guy loves the chat. This guy loves social media, dude. It was an incredibly beautiful night. Here's me and Killian giving a speech. Killian looks handsome as hell here. So this is one of the young men I hustle with out here. This is unrelated to the skits. Kill and I started hustling together on this project. He wrote it. We do the events together. He looked handsome as hell here, bro. Look at that. The haircut's crazy. 2 LA crash outs. Yeah, you're probably right, Wilson. We're an hour and 3 minutes in, man. I've been firing it up. Amani, how am I doing, bro? Trying to just keep the chat moving. Trying to keep it entertained, dude. Trying to keep it all going. We made $55. How tall am I? How old am I? Pens was asking. Are you a 36-year-old woman? Or are you a 24-year-old woman? Because technically, it's socially acceptable for me to date both at the age I'm at. I'll tell you this much. I'm at my peak physically. Your boyfriend, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm at my peak physically. I'm fast, I'm strong, I'm powerful. My testosterone's through the roof. Hi, T. Herc. Hi, T. Herc. Me, I'm a 33-year-old woman. Well, Jess, I'm a 29-year-old man. I'm really a man. You ask around. Yes, I'm 29 years old. I turned 30 in December. It's a weird feeling. I'm kind of excited for my 30s, to be honest with you. I've been grinding in all my 20s. I want to blow this up. I think the social's a blessing. I want to keep entertaining you guys on a daily basis. I want to grow a big thing. I want to grow it into a real business, a real audience, and then I want to have a big enough audience where I don't have to go to studios and I can just make you guys projects and movies and pull in all the characters and independently produce big movies for you guys. And I want this to be the launch pad to Marvel. The whole social thing is a blessing. It's all a blessing, honestly. I'm very, very grateful for it. It's the past 2 months have been insane. I'm trying to just be very consistent, shoot a few times a week for you guys. I'm sitting on at least 100 this character 6'7", 270 reels, and probably another. I got 100 reels for our short film too. So I got a bunch of stuff to drop soon for you guys, and we have so many creative iterations of this. Wasim knows this, but we have this POV style of video we're doing inside the runner's brain. What has this dude been through? Why is he running? What is he running from? Thank you. I'm glad you're getting some laughs, Shorty. That's the goal. We're not trying to overthink it too much. We're just trying to give you the laughs. Are you a Freemason? How are you blowing up so much? Dude, we're just being consistent and making the people laugh. We're trying not to overthink it too much. I'm trying to get a little better with everything. I'm understanding social a little more. And yeah, it seems like you guys just you like the big man right now. You like the big man. You like the guy behind the camera. And again, I'm just trying to stay very consistent. We got there's so many creative things we can do with the character. Like we shot some ads the other day. I thought, and I'm gonna put it up. Maybe I'll put it up tomorrow. Um, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do something related to the car because that one's moving. I think that one's at like 2.5 on YouTube. 2.5 M's, which is fucking, excuse me, is insane. Um, what is it? What it do? It's your boy, the Swamp Monster 411550. What up, Swamp Monster? Liking rocks doesn't make you autistic. That's incredibly creative. You're a special guy. Where's everyone calling in from? Who's in the chat? 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 All right, I'll find one more photo for you guys. Find one more photo. Should I go LA or Boston? Actually, tell me in the chat. You guys want me to pull up something from LA or Boston? Yo, the username. Indeed. Do you live in LA? Yup. Well, I'm currently homeless. That's why I'm staying with my friend Wasim. But yes, the last 3 years, I've spent a majority of my time in LA. You can't lie, I'm spitting. I climb, I don't tism. Okay. That's quite interesting. Boston or LA, Boston or LA, Boston or LA. You can come live with me. Well, thank you, Jess. That's kind of you. Are you also in Los Angeles? Wasim, you see these shorties sliding on me over here? Where were they 5 years ago, man? When I was just Coach Connie, bro. When I was just Coach Connie. Amani, are you still in here? Because I got a photo of you here. You guys know this guy? Don't trust this kid. Welcome to the live, buddy. Welcome. So, guys, that's Adib. That's Wasim's brother, the guy who's made a couple of celebrity appearances on here and also said stuff like Slapbag Samantha and other incredibly mature stuff. That's another one of my good friends out here. He's like the Rick Rubin of the operation. So me, the demons, we go shoot stuff. We come back to Adib and we're like, hey, bro, what's a hit? He'll say, yo, this is a hit or this is not a hit. He called it on the Camry video. Do you guys know who this guy is? I'm posting this like me and this guy are best friends. I've met Tommy a few times, but do you guys know who Tommy is? This is Tommy Guarino. Tommy is like I would say now is probably one of the biggest content creators in Boston. He runs the Deli Boys skit. So it's him. The kid's name is Prosciutto Poppy, who I actually have not met yet. Tommy, when we met on this day, I think he was just starting social. Like, this must have been, this was like 2023. So it was like almost 2 years ago. He was already moving in the city. He was already doing stuff, but he had not started the deli yet. But he was like, I'm almost positive, but he's like, we're going to start something called like It's Content, which was like his content company. And I remember him being like, dude, I'm a little nervous to go all in on social. Like, I'm a little nervous. Like, I normally have like a union job, but like I feel like I just got to go do this. And I'm not joking, like 6 months later, his stuff just took off in the city. Just got huge. I'll talk to people out here who know him. Like this guy I get my bowls from at Sweet Green, like love the Deli Boys. And he's a hustler from the city. And they found a great niche. People love the Boston content. I don't have the accent like them. I can fire it up a little bit, and if I'm around my family, I'll catch it like a tiny bit, but like he makes Boston-centric content. What are your thoughts on that makeup influencer, the dark-haired woman with the Boston accent? I actually don't know who you're talking about, to be honest with you. But I like Tommy. I think he's a grinder. I also like the fact how much he just like rips content. Like he'll just post videos of him and his boys at dinner, and they'll just have like a little funny skit. They'll just put it up. He doesn't really overthink it. And it's cool that he did it with his boy, because I'm pretty sure that they're like friends from childhood. Pretty cool. And Boston's a small city. Like once you kind of get some motion, everyone kind of starts to know you. So, yes, that's Tommy from a few years ago. What else do we got, boys? What else do we got? I'll show you some stuff. I've lived a cool life, bro. I've experienced a lot of cool things. Oh, is that Irish Hercules with a couple Boston baddies? I think it is. I think it is. That on the right, dude, I'm giving everyone their flowers tonight. That is my absolutely favorite Boston artist. Her name is Shelly Marie. Shelly, if you're watching this, Shelly gang, we should run it back sometime. She's a hustler. I think she was the rapping makeup artist for a little bit. But I like Shelly's hustle. She got some swag. She shoots her own videos. She does cooking content. And I respect her grind. That's Shelly Marie. That is Shelly Marie. And on the left, that's her friend, Lorray. And this is at an event we threw. Damn, I look handsome as hell here, bro. I wish I'd known I was this handsome, but I don't know what's good with that deer being so big. This was for an event we threw in 2023. We called it the Homecoming, and we essentially showed the trailer for what was going to be Conrad the Last Defender. Shotties and an Irishman. Yes, this was a cool event. Look how creased up the Step and Repeat banner is. This was a cool event. We did this in the basement of Game On outside of Fenway. I lived a cool life, man. I got a lot of cool stories. What else we got? What else we got on story time, guys? What else we got, man? Let's find some cool stuff. LA or Boston? LA or Boston? LA or Boston? LA or Boston? That's the age-old question. Ooh, wait. I don't know what that is. No, I don't want to do that. I look like an abuse victim. You guys want to see the most sus, like, Magic Mike photo of all time? Look, like, pause. Like, this literally looks like, yo, we about to go shake our ass at, like, the treasure chest tonight. Pop by. This is my boy. This is my boy. This is Nikolai Rogashkin. Nikolai is my friend from childhood. Who is the boss? I honestly have no idea who you are, but you're talking to me like I've known you forever, and I feel like you're, like, who are you, bro? La Jolla, like, you got me in a mental pretzel. All right, so this photo was taken on the set of Conrad the Last Defender. This looks so sus. Nikolai, though, is, Wasim actually knows him. Adib knows him if Adib's still in here. Nikolai is one of the world's best freestyle mountain bikers. I also grew up with Nikolai. Wasim went to high school with him, and we've been close for a very long time. And I admire this dude in how humble he is. He's an elite athlete. Look up Nikolai Rogashkin. So he's in our movie that's going to come out. He is an elite athlete. And he never, like, flexes his ego. He'll never act like he's the big dog. He's always super down to earth. And we could not have gotten the movie done without him. I mean that. Like, dude came through with a bag for me to go make sure I shot this thing. And I am forever grateful for that. So that is Nikolai. Guys, go look up Nikolai. All right, we're going to do one more photo, then I'm getting out of here. One more photo, guys. Get your questions in. This has been fun tonight. I'm probably going to be brain fried after this. I'm going to need a little yogurt, I think. Wait, Wasim. Adib, if you're in here, I got some photos of you. I got some snake pit photos. Just a lot of work. Ooh, you guys want to see kind of a swag photo? I'll show you something cool. Hey, look at this. So this looks like a picture from Scarface, right? It's like we're around this round table at this nice restaurant. So, dude, I'm honestly going to kind of kill it with these lives because I'm not really afraid to tell you guys stories of, like, Hollywood and all the, like, things that we've been through. So, Here we are at the legendary Bel Air Hotel. I did, I organized about 4 dinners there. And the hustle was this: the hustle was we learned that these financial planners and financial advisors get a budget from their companies to go prospect and get new clients. I would get a lot of these guys at our bigger events. And so I'd go to these guys and I'd say, hey, look, can you have your company sponsor a dinner? And I'll put as many successful people at the table as I can. Um, and so that's what successful people want anyway. They want to be around other successful people. So we did about 4 of these dinners at Bel Air Hotel. This is my boy Arton. I haven't seen him in a minute. I really love this dude. He's hilarious. There's Killian. There's my boy Austin's wife Jessica. There's my boy Todd right there. Um, there's no real angle here. There's no like story, dramatic story. We did about 4 of these. I think we might have been able to raise like 5 or 10 grand from these initially. But for any hustlers that are in here, it's something to note. Wasim, if you're watching this, I'm kicking you some free game. Okay, we raised about $250,000 to go shoot that movie. I know what I'm doing a little bit. Look, if you want to get someone to sponsor a dinner, like a nice dinner, go to the financial advisors because their companies give them money. The companies give them money to go get new clients. You go to Buddy and you say, hey, financial planner, hey, I'm going to go fill these 8 seats with successful people that could ultimately be your clients. If you give me the money to go throw this dinner, it's no real sweat off their back. They have to do it anyway. And so if you say, hey, I'm going to get the head of Paramount there, I'm going to get the head of Netflix, I'm going to go get the head of Fashion Nova Jeans, whatever. If you just give me that company credit card and you pay for the dinner, they'll all be receptive to it because they actually need to go do that stuff. So again, the goal is this: find a financial planner or a real estate agent working for a big conglomerate. Say, I'm going to do a dinner, fill the 8 seats or 10 seats with successful people, and then have them swipe their card. And ultimately, I actually did end up raising money at some of these dinners. So it's worth a shot. It requires a little hustle. I mean, we just met a lot of people, and a lot of people trusted us through our events. So I I just I did it. It worked. Bet you did a bunch of 8 balls. We don't know who you are. All right, we're gonna do one last picture, then I'm getting out of here, guys. One last photo. This has been fun. Thank you guys for popping in. Again, I'm trying to do like 1 or 2 of these a week. All right, one final photo. You want to see something cool? You guys want to see me in Times Square? Who's that man? Who's that man right there? This was me in Times Square, real life. Who's that? When we started our Kickstarter, we put up billboards everywhere. This billboard cost me $80 in Times Square. Not even kidding. Blip billboards, look it up. I think it's probably more expensive now, but at the time it was super underpriced marketing. And yes, blip billboards, give that a try. Times Square. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much. This was fun. We go 80 minutes? Damn. I'm kind of getting exhausted over here. Just talked for 80 minutes straight. Couple things. One, on Instagram, at Conor Holway. I try to be a little more receptive there. We'll see you guys over there. Trying to stay consistent for you guys. Drop a new skit every day. Let's keep it all going. We're road to 15K subs. 15K subs is our next goal. I think we just clipped 11 tonight. I do think we're like one of the fastest fitness comedy pages on the net. And you have my word that I'm going to do my best to document all this stuff. All the content, I got to be in character because that's kind of the wave right now. But I really am just a real guy. I'm a hustler. I'm trying to be the leading man of a Marvel movie. That's my North Star. Whatever happens in the meantime happens. We'll keep the laughs coming. And thank you guys so much. Okay, peace.